Hello everyone, it's Steph. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to my channel where I post daily about spirituality, health, and personal growth. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing renewing your mind. Now the importance of renewing our mind is that renewing our mind is the pathway to all that we could hope for, desire, dream, envision, any goal that we can imagine, any form of progress that we can ever make. Renewing our mind is the key. Renewing our mind is the catalyst to achieve any form of growth, because before we can achieve anything in this physical, tangible world, we first have to be able to have the proper mindset. So a lot of the time when we are facing challenges or obstacles in life, or we're struggling to make progress, or our life is not exactly what we will hope, or we're just stuck in a place of feeling lost, or anything, if we're suffering from toxic realities as a whole, the catalyst to escape, the catalyst to conquer and to change and to transform is to renew our mind. Now that's where a lot of us get caught up, and that's where a lot of us are actually in our own way. It's not that life is against us, or we just have the worst luck, or we're just not capable of anything good. We're not strong enough, we're not powerful enough, we don't have enough confidence, we don't have enough talent. It's really almost never the case. What's really almost always is the case is the proper state of our mind. So if you want to know why you are where you are today, look at your mindset. What are the things what are the mechanisms that are functioning in your mind daily? If you want to know why you are where you are today, look at all of your actions of your past. And if you want to know where you're going in the future, look at your actions of today. And once we begin to see life that way, we begin to be able to perceive how to more effectively and efficiently take control of our existence. Now, let's get a little bit more into the intricate details of renewing our mind for a better existence. Now, the absolute first key to renewing our mind is that we have to remain in a place of humility. That has to be our life attitude. That has to be our lifestyle. Because if we do not live from a place of humility, we cannot grow. So let's consider it this way. You hear this analogy often. You hear a glass that's empty and a glass that's full. Okay, so when we are humble, our glass is empty and it is able to be filled with that we need. But if we are prideful, our glass is full, and whatever we pour into it is just going to be contaminated by what's either already in our glass, or it's just not going to be potent enough for there to be any meaningful change. So if we want to experience any great transformation in our lives, if we want to achieve anything great in our lives, if we want to become our best selves, we have to be the glass that stays empty. And not in a sense that, oh, I'm empty, there's nothing inside. No, in the sense that, it almost paints this picture. It's like a magical empty glass, because, it's bottomless and you can never be too full. Because you are humble, you can always continually grow. Therefore, if you're an empty glass, if we're using this analogy, the bottom of your glass is magical, because there's good being poured in, and there's like this never-ending bottom that allows you to keep making progress, that allows you to keep growing. You're just always able to receive, and that's the key. The key to renewing your mind is positioning your spirit and your mind to always be able to receive. And once you reach this mind state, the possibilities for your life are endless, because there is nothing going to stop you. There's no barriers that's going to stop you. There's nothing in your way to stop you from continual progress, continual growth, and undertaking any journey that you want to unto fulfillment. But when we are prideful, when we think we know everything, when we're closed-minded, when we're a skeptic about anything that's outside of our comfort zone, our growth is very limited, and the possibilities for us are very limited because we limit ourselves to our own pride. And our pride, it's an illusion and it's a falsity, because within it feels like strength, within it feels like power, but it's actually a downfall. It's a weakness, because pride, to an unhealthy level, is what causes us to not be able to grow. It's what causes us to not be able to expand. It doesn't allow us to see any possibilities beyond our current mindset. It doesn't allow us to access anything beneficial outside of where we are currently willing to consider. And that's what happens when we're close-minded, we're prideful. That's what it looks like when our glass is full. And the thing about that is, you go through your life with this same substance in your glass, the same substance filling your glass, and over time, that substance within your glass, it ages horribly because you're never putting in anything new. You're carrying all of this old substance that you think is the top echelon of everything in life, but meanwhile, it's not. And that's how we find ourselves in negative cycles of existence of misery. And that's how we find ourselves growing into bitterness and being spiteful and cynical and everything, because after a while, if we aren't growing, experiencing anything new, putting new substance, refreshing substance into our spirit and our mind, eventually everything starts to seem old. And then we start to not be as optimistic about life, not as appreciative or grateful about life, and we begin to only see the negative when we begin to realize, when we begin to become drowned in our own unfulfillment. And the only way to be truly fulfilled is to continually be growing towards your purpose, to continually be living out a journey that fulfills your heart and that you're passionate about. And this is a lifestyle that we cannot access if we are very prideful. We have to be humble. We have to be willing to say, hey, I'm going the wrong way in order to go a better way. But if we're never willing to say, hey, I'm going the wrong way, then we are never reaching the doors of new opportunity or new possibility or new anything. So that's the importance of renewing our mind. Now, speaking into a little bit about how we renew our mind. Renewing our mind is actually quite simple. We are exchanging one thing for another. And mostly it looks like we're exchanging the old for the new, as far as, gaining better health, better mindset, better energy. We're exchanging things that don't serve us for things that enrich us. And this could look like us changing out negative mindsets for positive ones. This could look like us finding more productive and beneficial things to do with our idle time. So time that we have to relax, time that we normally spend watching TV or watching certain movies or just doing stuff that is kind of like sort of just entertainment based, but it's not actually beneficial. When we begin to live in a mindset of renewing our mind, we start to dedicate more of that time to things that actually enriches our being. Things that help us understand how to have healthier energy, how to have a healthier mindset, how to heal from certain traumas and things that we've experienced in life, how to more efficiently pursue and achieve our goals, how to be more happy, how to be more healthy. We begin to even exchange foods that don't serve our well-being for foods that make us healthier, because guess what? The whole thing about renewing your mind and becoming your best self is about overall and total well-being. So it's you begin to want to enrich yourself the best way in every manner possible. So even with the things that you eat and drink, even with the things that you put in your mind, the things that you allow your eyes to see, you begin to want to purify your life environment so that your life can be more conducive, or can correlate more to a journey of victory, a journey of well-being, of happiness, of health, and so forth. So if you want to know why your life is not exactly going in the direction that you wanted to, or if you want to know why you may not seem to be manifesting the life that you desire deeply in your heart, or if you want to know why you haven't yet found your purpose or connected with something in life that makes you very passionate or fulfilled, then you need to really reflect upon yourself and ask yourself, are you living a life being stagnant and prideful? Are you living a life being stuck in comfort zones? Or are you living a life of renewing your mind? The more you renew your mind, the more you can elevate, the more you can grow, the more you can expand. So I challenge you today to begin to live not for distraction, not for, the world and all of its toxic media and things like that, but take care of yourself. Begin to renew your mind and exchange all of the things that don't serve you for the things that do. Exchange all of the things that aren't beneficial for your well-being in your existence for the things that are. Enrich yourself. Give back to yourself. Love yourself. And you will find that renewing your mind is the best lifestyle to live. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. I always say this, I post daily. Please subscribe and like this video and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.